conservation and preservation of historical and heritage site. He's passionate about renovation and preservation of the century-old Jamshed Hall building and make it sustainable and functional as a place for education and cultural activities for the citizens of Karachi. He has represented Karachi Theosophical Society as a delegate at several conferences overseas. Now I'm going to invite Mr. Hamid Mayet for the welcome address.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was just checking whether it was morning, afternoon, or evening. Right. It's a pleasure to welcome you all to this iconic place, the Theosophical Society Hall, which has a long history. It is over 100 years old. The building was originally constructed in 1896. And then reconstructed in 1956. It's over 60 years old. It has a long history, and we are here today to honor the memory of Jamshed Nusserwanjee, his 136th birth anniversary. He's the citizens of Karachi, especially Mrs. Gool K Minwalla, who was a noted social worker, along with other members of the society and especially the other communities. She thought it fitting to rebuild this in 1956 and dedicate it to the memory of Jamshed Nusserwanjee. So we have this hall in his memory. It is in a vantage point in Karachi between Liari and the Kite Mazar and this thing. And it is also on the transport thoroughfare, and it plays a very interesting role. It works as a bridge between the old and new Karachi. When it was originally constructed, or the society was originally founded, the members said, "Ye bari viran jagah hai, yahan pe kaun aayenge?" And now people are saying, "How do we come here?" You see? So in any case, it will be more easily accessible with the green line that is coming soon here. And the contribution of Jamshed Nusserwanjee for the city of Karachi, it is tremendous, and I think other speakers will delve on it, and so I will not touch on that so much, but he was a humanitarian, a social worker, and an administrator, and his compassion was totally, compassing the workers and even animals. And he had this thing of constructing water troughs even for the horse carriage, this thing in those days, which unfortunately have been obliterated. So it just shows the depth of his human this thing. So we are, of course, we are all here honoring his memory, and the whole idea is this hall will stay here for another 100 years or even longer. And why do we have to remember? People ask, why do you remember Jamshed? What's this thing? So he had embodied all this thing of inclusiveness and all that. So until unless we don't remember that, we will forget this thing. And as it is, this is something that we have inherited. This place is we have inherited, so we have to keep it alive, and we have to keep his memory alive. And I hope we do justice with that. And I also welcome some distinguished guests. Unfortunately, the chief guest was supposed to be the Administrator of Karachi, and he was called away for some important work, and we were also having the commissioner and others coming here. They didn't come, and but we have His Eminence Joseph Coots. We are really honored that you have graced our gathering, and yes, and we also have Mr. Jimmy Engineer, the international artist, social worker par excellence, yes, and we also have Mr. Homi Kambata, who is the secretary of the Parsi Anjuman, and I'm so glad that he's here. I've been meeting him for so many years. Homi ko zara bataye piche. Yes, I've been meeting him quite often at the Karachi Gymkhana, and I'm glad that my friend Dr. Zagam, who invited me, and he has come here today, because I always remind Karachiites, and especially the young people from the Parsi community, that come to the Jamshed Hall and be part of this work that we are doing. And we have to carry it forward, and we will not let his memory go this thing. So it is very, very important that this work is carrying on. And as I said, we are going to be renovating this place, and we have engaged Marvi Mazher, the noted conservationist architect, to do the blueprint, and then we will be doing fundraising. So this will be again sustainable for another 100 years. But we need young people to take the word forward. You know, most of the members we are on the sort of third leg of our this thing here, and we might get the calling at any time. But it is important for us to see that we hand over the baton to the younger generation, and from all communities. And we also have in our midst the DG Ports and Shipping, Mr. Sorry, I didn't get, Mr. Saidan Raza. He's here, and yes, so we will request him to, since he's basically part of the government setup, and he's here, and so we will request him to say a few words to open this thing. Please, Mr.